accountancy exam, even in UK. He had been brilliant all his life, and that was what took him into politics to make Nigeria great. Unfortunately, he met his untimely death there, through the hands of the military. I was in the military myself, so I'm not proud of this aspect of Abiola at all. I pray to God that to get greater Nigerians who would copy him and be more successful than Abiola ever was. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Thanks so much, Kabesi. Okay, that was Alaki of Egbaland, Oba Adidotun Aremu Gbadebo. We also have the Akalibo of Remoland, Kabesi. We'll see if we can actually get Akalibo of Remoland to talk to us, but in the meantime,
also a day of reflection, because it was the day that we had the fairest election and the most successful. But be that as it may, it's the day that laid the foundation for the democracy that we have today, and we are grateful to God. We all represent, and we know that our country is on the right path. This may be hard, as always, it may be difficult, but we are on the right path.
thank you, Kabesi. Thank you so much. Okay, that was Akaribo and Akaribo of Remoland, and we're also moving on to another traditional ruler here. That's Olowu of Owu. Kabesi, what does today signify for you?
Today signifies the commemoration of the day then we transited to proper, or when we regain our democracy. And it's a day that we all have to keep alive. It's a day that we all have to ensure that we protect, to remind us that democracy is for all of us. It's not for a few, it's for the benefit of everybody. And that we must work together to ensure the dividend of democracy gets to everybody in this country. Not a few, to everybody, every citizen in this country.
Thank you so much, Kabesi. Thank you so much. Okay, we still have more traditional rulers among us here. We also have members of the Ogun State House of Assembly. They are lined up here in good numbers. We also have the Deputy Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly. Deputy Speaker, please. Today, what does it actually mean for you? Today, what does today mean for you?
Well, today means a lot to me. Today is a day to be remembered every year because of the person that laid his life down for us to have peace in Nigeria and Ogun State as a whole. It means a lot to us in Ogun State.
Thank you so much, Deputy Speaker. Okay, that was the Deputy Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly.
Of me, Lord, the Chief Judge of Ogun State, Honorable Justice Musumola Depeolu, you most welcome now. In like manner,
I'm going to talk to the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Oluda Isi-Elemide. Honorable Speaker, June 12th, I'm sure you also saw the struggle. Today, what does today actually mean to Ogun State and to Nigeria as a whole?
Well, June 12th is a day of liberation. I could remember the atmosphere on that day. It was the day we fought for the emancipation of Nigeria. And I'm very happy that the anchor, the arrowhead of the struggle is being remembered today. So it should have been accorded this type of recognition in his lifetime. For be that as it may, that we live to remember him is a great joy and delight to me. and is a watershed in the history of democracy in Ogun State. And it always reminds me personally of the cause that there is no sacrifice paid for humanity or democracy that is too big. And finally, that I too should be prepared to pay any sacrifice for the betterment of the people.
Thank you so much, Speaker. Thank you so much. Okay, that was the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable let's move on to the head of service.
Let me also extend this success to the immediate past chairman of the State Council of Ogun.
Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, head of service, please.
Oba Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, CFR.
Today, I'm sure you still remember the history of June 12 vividly. What does this day mean to you?
Well, it's the most important day. When I want to talk about Nigeria's political evolution, June 12 is a watershed. I want to appreciate God that democracy has come to stay in Nigeria, as symbolized by Chief M.K. Abiola. We want to appreciate the federal government for immortalizing him. I also want to thank Ogun State government for sustaining the tempo, talking about the enduring legacy which Chief M.K. Abiola has laid and continue to build upon. Today's event is very, very important. It's a milestone. And the only message is that Nigeria must continue to sustain this hard-earned democracy. It is very, very important.
Now, the sacrifices, the lessons of June 12, how do workers in Ogun State imbibe it?
Well, don't forget that democracy, as we used to say, is on trial. And workers, they are the engine room of government. So workers must continue to key into the developmental agenda of government so that at the end of the day, democracy in Nigeria will continue to be on the right path. And don't also forget that M.K. Abiola exemplifies welfare. He exemplifies good governance. He exemplifies anything that has to do with the promotion of workers' welfare. So Ogun State workers, they must rise up to the occasion by being very, very dedicated, by keying into the various developmental ideas, so that at the end of the day, Nigeria will be better for it.
Thank you so much, head of service. Okay, now.
A legislator with a difference, you're most welcome. Thank you so much. Some of the letters and structure, composition and pronunciation that we've learned from you will continue to use even right now and even to the future to guarantee the building together of our future in Ogun State. Thank you very much.
Ogun State indigene, Otumba Onopawoko. Otumba, sir, the history of June 12 is not strange to you. As a senior citizen, now, will you say Nigeria is on the right path in terms of imbibing and using the lessons and issues of June 12?
Yes, if you look at the speech of the president today, you will find that he admitted that he's a beneficiary of the democracy that has been in place now for the last 25 years. And because he's also a beneficiary, he knew that the expectation of Nigerians in this new administration and just forward is very, very pretty high. And he did ask for patience on the part of the citizens, including myself. As a result, I want to join him in asking all of us to be patient. I know the times are very, very tough. We must admit that it's very, very tough. But if things are not tough, it cannot get better. It has to get worse first before it can get better. On that theory, we can then be able to say, all right, we have exercised activism, we have also exercised our own patience, and also pray for Nigeria. Like we keep saying, it's not good for us to be cursing Nigeria. We don't know when God will say yes to what you are saying or what those prayers. So we believe that with all that in our hands and getting us, I'm appealing to all of us, all the elites, to try and ensure that we also take part in palliative in that respect is spread around so that people can also believe that those who have remember those who have not. And what we are doing that we are also joining the government, the president, as well as the governor of responsibility to ensure that there is peace and that tranquility in all the
Well, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for talking to us, sir. Thank you so much.
I want to commend our father. Shall we welcome Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the state, into our midst today? Her Excellency, Engineer Noimos Salako Oyedele. You're most welcome, man. And as you're stepping in,
one of the prominent politicians in Ogun State. Good morning, sir. Now, we're also part of the struggle of June 12. Now, how do you feel today?
I'm very, very happy today because our man, Chief Obiona, he has been recognized to be the most democratic politician in Nigeria. What in Nigeria is mainly unity. Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo. We should unite together and make sure we move Nigeria forward. I am Yoruba, I am Hausa or Igbo. It doesn't work it. Let us all unite together and make sure that Nigeria is moved forward properly and is governed by people who are qualified to govern us and make sure that we enjoy what we call democracy in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
Recognition to all members of first staff as well as by the wife of the head of service. This is Kola Shadi on West Island. You are most welcome. Let me quickly recognize the presence of Peba Onzamelu. Thank you very much for being here. Our own Vice Chair of the All Progressive Congress in the state, Honorable Dino, thank you very much for being here. Let me quickly recognize as well the Chairman of the All Progressive Congress in the state, Papa Chief Yemi Shamisi. Our labor leaders that are here, I say E-Africa. The NLC chairman of the state, Comrade Ahmed Adebola Benko, TUC chairman of the state, Comrade Akim Lafifi, JNC chairman of the state, Comrade Isa Olude, and the chairman of our state of the state, Comrade Philip Agbesawa, and all the affiliates of NLC, CUC, and JNC present there, you are all welcome to today's occasion. The body of permanent secretaries in the state, you are recognized one more time. And thank you for the support at the prayers earlier today at the family home of late Basharo MK Abiola. Member House of Representatives, former Commissioner in the State, Honorable Engineer TGRPOC, we recognize your presence and your welcome one more time. Public affairs analyst, someone that can do justice to the theme of the commemorative symposium is here today. June 12, defining moment in the democratic development in Nigeria. Mr. Richard Akinola is also seated in this hall. You're most welcome, sir. Coming to you to also say a very big thank you to Papa Muftau Ajibola. Papa Chief Edo, I can cite you. I hope I'm right. Thank you very much for being here today. In fact, Papa Kifomide, I'm not sure, but we recognize all our fathers that are here. Mama Ogun, thank you so much for being here. God bless you. And a former commissioner, local government and chieftaincy affairs, Ààrẹ Túndé Aládé, may the Lord continue to spare your lives with sound health and good mind. Thank you for joining us here today. Our father, James Steiner, one more time to recognize your presence. All the things that they must nation, I cite your presence here today. All our friends, Igbo friends, Hausa friends, Igbo friends.
Chief Aki Odusi, we're going to talk to him now. And Chief, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Now, June 12, and the way it has been celebrated today. Now, what do you think this day signifies in the history of democracy in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Symbolizing a day when Nigerians, all regardless of their tribes or whatever, voted massively for one person, Moshood Kashimawo Abiola, in an election that characterized as the fairest in the history of democracy in Nigeria. And I am happy that finally, somebody recognized the validity of that election and decided to honor Chief MK Abiola later in his life in this world. And I think it's a momentous day for us. Those of us who are involved, I was involved in the campaign for Chief Moshood Abiola. We created the campaign, that popular song that we did, right from Moshood Abiola. And today
remains one of the most outstanding campaigns in the history of politicking in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Honorable Tuji Akiosi, former House of Reps member, is also here. Honorable Akiosi, now, June 12, what does it mean for you?
Well, June 12 is a day about so many years ago that we all voted across party lines. As I voted across party lines, it was a day that Nigerians came together to say we were ready for democratic rule. And celebrating it today is something that is worthy. It's something that we all need to nurture. It's something that we all also need to work towards, so that never again would we see what we saw before the advent of June 12.
Do you think the lessons of June 12 have been properly imbibed in our democratic role?
With the presidential rotation of presidency that we have now, I think we are getting there. We may not get it right all at once, but democracy is getting better every 4 years in Nigeria, and June 12 will be said to be the cause of that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ogun State indigene, Chief Rashid Raji. We're going to also talk to you now. Chief Raji, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, June 12. What does it symbolize for you?
Huh?
What does it symbolize for you, June 12?
The democracy. You said what is it?
I said, what does June 12 symbolize for you?
Oh, okay. That's good. Well, June 12 is a day I can never forget in my life. And in Nigeria, we can never forget the day and the person we are celebrating. Because, well, the election then was one of the fairest elections in Nigeria. And this was a man who had good plan for Nigeria. I believe he has been given the opportunity Nigeria to have been a better place for all of us. But despite that, it is important that we must continue to celebrate in appreciation of what the man did, because there is no country without democracy that will continue to grow, because democracy where we rule ourselves, we govern ourselves, we decide on what is good for us, and with that, there can be a lot of progress. And if you remember, one of the things that the man had in mind was the unity of Nigeria. It was particular about unity of Nigeria. Without unity, we cannot go to anywhere. So it is important that you all rally around every June 12 to celebrate this great man of Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we also have with us the High Chief in Egbaland, Chief Bode Mustafa. Chief Mustafa, well, some people are saying the narratives around June 12 should have changed beyond the celebration of Abiola. That Nigerian democracy should have been thinking of imbibing the spirit and the message of that particular day. How do you, what's your take on this?
Thank you. First of all, may God rest the soul of late Abiola in perfect peace and grant him a Dana Fidaus. It's from my township in Bagura. It was my office at Kobago of Ebala. And I believe that what is good for has not been fully implemented in the democratic development of Nigeria. I think that we need to go back to the drawing board and listen to his speeches, listen to what he campaigned with, what he wanted for Nigeria. Because what he wanted some 20-something years ago are still very, very germane, and even more germane today than they were then. There is overpopulation, there is agitation, there is hunger in the land, and unless we think that we spoke about them as friends, we are still scratching it on the surface.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Okay, we also have Chief Femi Adekonomi is also here. Sir, as a senior Nigerian, senior citizen, you think the lessons and the spirit of June 12 have been properly embodied in the democracy we are running today?
Well, of course. Because when you look back on what happened in 1993, am I right? When the most incredible election in this country was wickedly and callously annulled. The whole country was sad. And it has continued like that. So today, it's another day to remember. It's more important than other years to do because we now have a president who was part of the struggle. He knows the value. And I'm sure with him on the saddle, a lot is going to happen in this country. Forget about the initial hardship we're having. The spirit of June 12, third Democracy Day, will see you through.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right, former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Alhaji Salmo Badu is also here with us. You've celebrated a whole lot of June 12. What do you think should be added to this celebration every year?
Well, for me, I believe that democracy is the best governance, and we need to every year let our children know that the hero of June 12 is MK and for us to be peaceful together, we must embrace democracy, and that is why I'm happy the government is celebrating we are very lucky. And the president that did not really wasn't sworn in, but he was recognized as somebody who won throughout the country massively. After his own election, we've not had any president who has won throughout the country way MKO Abiola won the election. So I believe that for us in Yoruba land, we must be grateful to MKO Abiola and we must celebrate him massively every year.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Okay, we also have Chief Yamode Akampa with us here. As a big politician and a senior citizen in Ogun State, yes, as well as a senior citizen in Ogun State and in Nigeria. Now, do you think that the lessons of June 12 have been properly imbibed with the way we run the democracy in Nigeria today?
Well, gradually we will get there. Rome was not built in a day. Even America that even started democracy more than 200 years ago, they haven't got it right now. So we will get it right at the appropriate time.
For the women force, which you are a leader. Now, how much of support do you expect from the women force in terms of advancing the cause of democracy in Nigeria?
I want to appeal to our men. They should give our women chance. Women are better administrators, so they should try us. We are better administrators.
All right, thank you so much, man.
Okay.
Let's clear the aisles shortly, His Excellency coming in. Member, House of Representatives, Honorable Prince Dave and Nasir Isiaka GNN, recognize you and you're warmly welcome. Our ex-House Speaker, Right Honorable Prince Raj Ishola Adekobi, thank you for joining us. Chairman of the local government areas that are here, thank you very, very much. Honorable Justice Akien, Honorable Justice Alaba, Honorable Justice Oshisaya, Honorable Justice Adebowale, and Honorable Justice Ademi, we recognize you all. I would say thank you so much for honoring today's event. The immediate past head of service, retired head of service, Mr. Kolani Peter Fado, thank you, you're recognized. Honorable Justice Obafora, we also recognize you. Shall we arise to welcome His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, into our midst today? Please. Dr. Abiodun, CON. Shall we all rise as we take the national anthem? The national pledge together this morning. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold the honor and glory, so help me God. The Ogun State Anthem is shared. Thank you very much. Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 25 years of uninterrupted democratic governance in our dear state is indeed worthy to be celebrated. And for the man who made his life so that we can enjoy this democratic governance, we must continue to remember him
immortalizing. This one we are here today for the celebration of the June 2024 in the Ogun State is a commemorative symposium. The theme, June 12, defining moments in the democratic development of Nigeria. And this will be carried by a public affairs analyst who is already seated in the hall. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to start with prayers. Therefore, permit me to invite someone who's been elected to represent the Ogun Central Senatorial District of the Red Chambers, because we're talking about democratic dispensation. I invite for a short open prayer, distinguished Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salis. Let us pray. We took refuge in the Lord from Shaitan, their cause, the rebellious, the remaining from God, the beneficent, the merciful. Oh Lord, we gather this morning to celebrate June 12 as Democracy Day. We remember in particular the symbol of that struggle. Chief Enki Abiola, may you forgive him his shortcomings and bring him into paradise. We remember our nation, Nigeria, we're going through challenges now. We ask you to show our benevolence and mercy on the country, turn our despair into days of excitement. We are now all the challenges confronting our country and not believe you. We seek refuge in you. We seek your assistance, we seek your enablement. For our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to lead this country into a path of sustainable development, a prosperous country that is secure and that is united. Given what it is required to lead this country, there are the full potentials of revolution, so that we are respected internationally and we also beacon of hope and comfort to our citizens. We ask you to guide and continue to support the governor of our state, President Bola, as he commences his second term. He has done very well in his first term, but Allah give him the enablement to do even better in the second term. Let Ogun State continue to prosper. Let Ogun State continue to be a reference point in all that is noble and dignifying. And those of us who have been given the responsibility of providing leadership at different levels, give us the spirit, give us the enablement to be able to change our duties so that we'll be able to give account not only to our constituency, but also on the day when nothing will be acceptable as currency except gold. Today and very many other days, we commit our state, we commit our country, and we commit our leadership into your hand. And may this democracy continue to flourish and bring benefit to Nigeria and to Nigerians. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. And since the man we are indeed remembering today is someone who would like to balance the issue of religion, we also pray in the Christian way, as I invite Evangelist Yabo Abanga to pray for us. Let us pray. O Lord, our Heavenly Father, our eternal rock of ages, the ancient of days, the I am that I am, the author and finisher of our faith. Father, we thank you for this day. This is the day the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice in thee. Father, we thank thee that we are still standing as a nation, despite all the challenges. And it's only in you we believe. The Bible says, when the righteous rule, we shall enjoy. Father, we pray for the forgiveness of all our sins in this nation. Father, forgive us. Where we have gone wrong, Father, forgive us. Let thy mercy be upon us, be upon this nation, be upon this state, be upon all our rulers, from the president to our dear governor, and all our paramount rulers, all the indigenes of Ogun State. Father, we cry unto thee today. Hear our cry. Father, hear our cry. We believe in you, that it is only you who can do it. We have all fallen short of our glory, of your glory. Father, take perfect control of this nation. We commit our leaders unto thy hand. We don't pray for our leaders. And when we don't pray for them, whatever they do will affect us. Father, this morning, we remember all leaders of this nation. Take over their hearts. Let them rule us with the fear of God. Once again, Father, we appreciate all those who have laid their lives for this nation. Father, give them peace in their deaths. We remember them today, Father, because without them, there wouldn't have been democracy we are celebrating today. Be with their family and everything they have left behind. They died for us. Let us always remember their family in prayers, that without them sacrificing their lives, we cannot all be here today. Olúwa, adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, nítorí pé ó wù yín nínú àánú yín láti jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà wà ní àlàáfíà lónìí. Bí àwọn kan ṣe ń dàrú tó, ẹ̀yin Olúwa ò gbà wọ́n láyè. Olúwa gbogbo àwọn tó ń yọ Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu, Olúwa yọ wọ́n lẹ́nu. Gbogbo àwọn tó ní Nàìjíríà ò ní rójú, Olúwa fi àìrójú rẹ̀ bá wọn jà. Olúwa wá gba ìjọba Nàìjíríà. Olúwa gba ìjọba Nàìjíríà. Wà pẹ̀lú olùdarí wa ní Nàìjíríà. Wà pẹ̀lú olùdarí wa ní Ogun State. A dúpẹ́ torí pé ti gbọ́ àdúrà wa ní orúkọ Bàbá, ní orúkọ Ọmọ, ní orúkọ Ẹ̀mí Mímọ́. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Only the BBC can move the nation forward towards progress and earn her the respect she deserves from the international community, reincarnating the voice of a man who said democracy must stand in our dear country, Nigeria. And that's why we're here to celebrate him, a man of many parts, a businessman who so many business enterprise that he established while on earth. A philanthropist with a difference we cannot forget so soon. The enviable heights and the success story of Abiola Babes when we talk about sports. What of the Concorde Airline, the Abiola Bookshop, and many more? And that's why we celebrate the Ogun State government for coming up with such a beautiful program like this to remember our own son from Ogun State. One that unanimously, on the 12th of June 1993, the North, the East, the West, and the South all voted for him that this is the man we want. On the march again, on the march again, looking for Mr. President, MKO is our man. That's one advert I can never forget. And I've done a kind of research and public kind of analysis on it. I've never seen one that can still beat it up to this present moment. Thank you, our dear Governor, for coming up with a rich program like this to let us know the impact of this man we are celebrating. Prince Dapo Abiola, CON, Governor of the Ogun State. I need to also quickly recognize Our Excellency, the First Lady and the wife of the Governor of the State, Mrs. Bamidele Abiola. In like manner, I celebrate this woman, an engineer of international standard and repute. Earlier today, when she gave a kind of remarks at the family home of Chief Bishop MK Abiola, it was indeed something that touched everyone that was present, nodding and saying, this is a right choice for us in Ogun State. Her Excellency, Engineer Mohamed Sarako, AD FMSE. I recognize the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly with us, Right Honorable Oludesi Enyemide, the Deputy Speaker of all other distinguished honorable members that are present. Thank you very much. Chief Judge of Ogun State, Lord, Honorable Justice Musola Dipoli, you must welcome. The Chairman of All Progressives Congress of Ogun State, Chief Yemi Shamisi, we recognize your presence. Distinguished Senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salis, Head of Service Ogun State, Mr. Kennedy Onasoya, Deputy Chief of Staff to His Excellency Dr. Anthony Tao, members of the Ogun State Executive Council here present, now distinguished members of the House of Representatives here present, Honorable Prince Gani Nasir Isaka and Honorable Engineer Tujia QC, you are respected and you are recognized. Distinguished Senator Akindosi, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, Honorable Commissioners here present, thank you very much. Body of Permanent Secretaries, we recognize you. The President of the Customary Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Elishagun, you recognized and you are very welcome. Chairman of the various local government councils in Ogun State. Of course, permit me to recognize Her Excellency, former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Alhaja Salmat Makojola Badru, our elsewhere speakers that are here, Right Honorable Titi Oseni and Right Honorable Prince Raj Ishola Adekunle. All are elder statesmen from different zones of the states that are here, Eba, Yura, Roma, and Ijebu. We recognize all of us. All the societies, civil society groups and organizations that are here, the greatest Nigerian students, members of the National Youth Council, being the youth, our National Youth Service Corps members, advisors, thank you very much. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I must also recognize the traditional institution is led by the chairman of the State Council of Elders, His Majesty, Ogun Dr. Kennedy Olubeye, the Olu and the paramount ruler of Yorubaland, KBC. His Majesty, Ogun Dr. Adedoto Gbadebo, CFR, KBC, the Alaki and the paramount ruler of Yorubaland, immediate past chairman of the State Council of Elders, and who is also the Archivia of Yoruba Kingdom, His Majesty, Ogun Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, CFR FC KBC, standing in for KBC, the Army General of Ijebuland, His Majesty, Ogun Dr. Sikiru Kayode Adetomo, GCON, KBC, the Ministry of Ijebu, His Ambassador Lawrence Adebayo, KBC, the Olu of Iwo Kingdom, His Majesty, Ogun Professor Saka Montemola, KBC, all our royal fathers that are here, thank you very much for joining us to celebrate our prestigious time in Ogun State. KBC. Our service chiefs that are here, thank you very much. Retired heads of service in Ogun State that we have here with us, Several Godwin Ogun, Dr. Matthew Olatide Aiwo, and of course, Mr. Kolawole Peter Fabo. Thank you so much for joining us at this event. Members of the sponsors of government functionaries in Ogun State, CISPA, as named by the wife of the head of service, Mrs. Shadi Omasaya. Thank you all for being here. And of course, our guest speaker today, a public affairs analyst, one of international repute and of standard, Mr. Richard Akinola. Thank you for accepting to deliver this all-important lecture for us today. I'm confident that our collective effort can bring about the positive change and progress that Nigeria deserves. On that note, I warmly welcome all of us to this year Celebration of Democracy 2024. Thank you all for listening, and God bless. It is like Ogun. Please let's encourage the Deputy Chief of Staff as he returns to his seat. Thank you very much. We want to say a very big thank you to our media outfits in Ogun State, the Ogun State Television, GPTV, for giving the maximum publicity to this event. They are beaming this event live on DSTV, channel 260, GoTV, channel 133, and of course on Star Times as well. We are also on Facebook Live, that's Ogun State Television, and you can watch this event as it unfolds here. Equally, the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation, OGBC, is transmitting this event live as well. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll just take a short interlude coming from the Trees Band in 3 minutes, and then we have the cultural troupe for their own first performance as well. Thank you. Thank you very much, the Trees Band. We quickly want to move into the business of the day. We'll come back to the cultural troupe much more later. And we'll take the first set of our goodwill messages today. Just before we do that, we recognize the presence of His Excellency, a former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Shefiu Adigbinga Kaka. Thank you for joining us today. First, I will be inviting, because they represent a constituency that will give a kind of direction for the younger generation to follow and indeed make a positive impact.
Ogun State Men's Chairman, Comrade Adeyanju Oluwafemi Francis. Please be reminded you have 180 seconds, 3 minutes. Please, Comrade Adeyanju Oluwafemi Francis. Please, can you step forward quickly? Thank you very much. Right after him, we want the president of F1 to please get prepared.
The greatest Nigerian students know, greatest Bodo, articulate PP, fundamental Igiwaga. I want to talk, I want to say, I want to deposit. Kulukulu, Your Excellency, please Comrade Papo Abiodun CAN, the governor of Ogun State. Your Excellency, Engineer Norimot Salako, all other protocols are well and duly observed. Today, as we celebrate a great martyr of democracy who laid down his life for this struggle, fortunately, today has been adopted as Democracy Day. It will be our joy if our people can enjoy the dividend of democracy. Mr. Governor, we are using you as a point of contact to please reach out to the president. Nigerian masses are suffering. People are worrying. Nigerian students are suffering. We will be happy if Mr. President can bring succor, can bring relief. The cost of living is unbearable for the Nigerians. Mr. Governor, we be informed that you've gotten our bosses. Please, to America, those are for the governor, man. Those are, man. We want to appreciate you, Mr. Governor, for your finishing support to the student constituency in Ogun State. We want to assure you that the formidable student constituency in Ogun State remain your full soldiers. We will always stand by you, Mr. Governor, as we await the day of distribution of our buses. To the American vote for the governor, man. Governor, dey pass governor, DA na super. Governor, dey pass governor, DA na super. Ayaya, 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 DA na super. Ayaya.
Thank you very much. Next, we invite the National President of F1, Comrade Bamidele Onobe, to please step forward. You have the next 180 seconds. We appeal to us that we just stand on the existing protocol to save time. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Let me start on the existing protocol. It's a great thing that we are gathered here to celebrate Democracy Day and to remember our elected president, late Chief Moshood Kashima Wolawale Abiola, DCFR, that was denied of his rights but laid his life for democracy to be. I will use this medium to appreciate His Excellency, Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun, CON, the Ogun State Governor, for giving the pregnant women free medical care disbursement and disbursement of grant support for the informal working people. Your Excellency, sir, we appreciate all this and others. We are using this opportunity to ask for more like Oliver Twist. Our demand for informal workers. We want social protection now, free health services for children under 7, pregnant women, and the aged over 65 years, and people living with disability. Universal social pension for old people over 65 years. Informal workers too, we are working, but we are not enjoying all the facilities that we are supposed to enjoy as informal workers, like formal workers are enjoying. Lastly, we want inclusion in the management of social intervention funds, so that we are the one that wears the shoes and we know where the shoe pinches. At the same time, we want inclusion of informal workers in the management of informal sectors, like FKO quotes. Only democracy can move our nation forward towards progress and earn our respect she deserves from the international community. Isoleto, Africa.
Thank you very much. And for the next 5 minutes, quickly, let's have the Ogun State Cultural Troupe from the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. They've won so many laurels and awards for us in the Gateway State. Thank you.
Ìlú ọlọ́yin ni ó.
Thank you very much. That reminds me of the many achievements made by Basharu Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola, just to recognize all his good works. Indeed, he was installed as the Are Ono Kakanfo of Yoruba land. Thank you very much. We quickly recognize distinguished Senator Kola Bajomo. Thank you for joining us here today. And of course, our Iyalojas. Oh, they've been very, very supportive and cooperative even up to this present moment. Egbe Oloja. They're led here by the Iyaloja General, Iyaloja Yemisi Abbas, and I can also cite Iyaloja Kemi Oluide for Central here. Thank you so much for being here. Iyaloja, Remo, Iyaloja, Ijebu, we appreciate all of you. At this point, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to go to the main dish of the day, which is the commemorative symposium for the theme June 12, Defining Moments in the Democratic Development of Nigeria. Who will handle this for us today? Permit to bring one of the young bloods that we are developing in Ogun State to also come to limelight, taking us through the citation of our lecturer.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, may I humbly request that Richard Akinla should please rise. Richard Akinla is a Nigerian journalist, lawyer with a specialty in media law, a media consultant, an author, and activist. He was co-founder of the Civil Liberties Organization, CLO, in 1987, an executive director, Center for Speech Organization, director of Media Law Center, and also founded the Richard Akinla Foundation in 2010 to take care of widows and children of late journalists and activists. He was a member of several bodies such as the Advisory Board of International Biography Center, Cambridge, England, Advisory Council on the Prerogative of Mercy to the Lagos State Governor between January 2006 to April 2007, Chairman, Board of Trustees, Socio-Economic Accountability Project, and the Nigerian Union of Journalists, among others. Richard Akinla was a law columnist, Vanguard 1985, news editor, Vanguard 1990, publisher, Cultural Magazine, publisher, editor-in-chief, Corruption Cases Journal, Editor-in-Chief, Media Law Journal, Ombudsman, Vanguard Newspaper, First Publicity Secretary, National Conscience Party, 1994, Judicial Editor, Concord Newspaper, 1996. He has researched and published several books on media, law, and national development, which include Salutes to Courage, the Story of Justice Yahya Jinabi, 1989, Court Reporting, Rights and Limitations of Nigerian Media, 1996, Cases and Materials on Human Rights in Nigeria, Murder of Daily Giwa, The Answered Question, 2010, The Attention Manual for Journalists, Fellow Countrymen, The Story of Coup d'etat in Nigeria, June 12, A Mandate Buried Alive, published The Truth and Go to Jail, The Decree for Trial, A Witness to History, and several others. Richard Akela has great records of legal activities, and his numerous public litigations were geared towards public accountability and justice for the poor masses of this country. Your Excellency, some of the list of his legal battles include Richard Akela versus General Ibrahim Babangida, President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and 3 others in 1993. Richard Akela versus General Abdulsalam Abubakar, Head of State and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, and 3 others in 1999. Richard Akela versus State Security Service, 1999. Richard Akela versus Lagos State House of Assembly, 2010, among others. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I present our guest speaker for today, Richard Akela. A round of applause as he comes forward. He will be taking us on June 12, defining moments in democratic development of Nigeria.
Your Excellency, the Governor, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, please permit me, because I'm not too good in protocol. So let me please go straight to the business of the day. And to the young lady in the citation, the surname is Akinola, not Akinola. Akinola is double N, Akinola is single N. Thank you. A totally unconnected event happened about 3 weeks ago, which resonated well with the glorious event of June 10, 1993, a precursor to disaster that was to befall Nigeria in respect of the annulment of June 12, 1993 election. Even though many Nigerians didn't realize the dangerous dimension that incident of 3 weeks ago portended for the nation. But I noticed it and raised an alarm that it has to do with our judiciary. Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State assented to the Kano State Emirate Council Amendment No. 2 Law 2024 at 5:10 p.m. on May 23, 2024. Paving the way for the reinstatement of Sanusi Lamido as the 16th Emir of Kano. That night, an ex parte order was procured at the Federal High Court in Kano, not Abuja, in Kano, by Justice Liman, restraining the Kano State government from going ahead with the installation of Sanusi as the Emir. So, at what time was the case filed at the Federal High Court, Kano? When was the case assigned and the ex parte order given? Ex parte filed on the 23rd, assigned on the 23rd, had moved on the 23rd, granted on the 23rd, applied for the CTC on the 23rd, CTC got in on the 23rd. An ex parte order obtained at night followed by a multiplicity of court orders and counter orders. That was the genesis of the June 12 crisis and the injustice related to Bashir Abiola, for which we are all gathered here today. On June 10, 1993, on the 2 days to the October June 12 election, a surreptitious midnight ex-party order by the famous Justice Basi Ipone was obtained by an amorphous group known as Association of Better Nigeria, ABN, sponsored by some elements in the Babangida junta, with the arrowhead being Senator Alpha Uziri. It is important I give this background to contextualize the dilemma that has faced Nigeria since then and how our democratic development has been exacerbated by the abuse of the judiciary. The media judgment, suit 1034 of Abuja Sheraton, was the control room. This was the place that served as the incubator where the anti-June 12 plans were hatched. Bashir Abiola must never win the fast approaching June 12 election. General Ibrahim Babangida must continue in office as military president for another 4 years. That was the game plan. Present at this meeting of May 18, 1993, were Chief Francis Aton Zimbi, leader of the ABN, an organization set up and funded by General Babangida to scuttle the 1993 Democratic March. Others at the meeting included Abimbola Davis, the Director of Operations of ABN, Clement Apango, Attorney General of the Federation and Legal Strategist, Brigadier General Haliru Akibu, Babangida Chief Spook and Lead Man with ABN, and Brigadier General David Mark, another Babangida acolyte. This base mission was to finalize arrangement of how to file a suit at the Abuja High Court to stop the election scheduled for June 12. After endorsing the affidavit drawn up by Aton Zimbi, Apango took it to Oguta, in Zimbi's hometown, for fine-tuning. Here, it was decided that a Yoruba man, Abiola's tribal kinsman, should be the plaintiff in order to enforce the belief that the suit had no tribal correlation, and the lot fell on Abimbola Davis, who recently died, the organizational director of operations, to stand in as the plaintiff. Back in Abuja, having perfected this, there was the little problem. A private judge that had to be secured to hear the case, and Brigadier Akilu was mandated to contact the Chief Judge of Abuja, Justice Tahiru Saleh, who was close to the government and a willing accomplice in the conspiracy against democracy. Akilu was to make sure that the case was assigned to a, quote, trusted judge, who could do their bidding. But the trusted judge was out of town and had to be awaited before the case was assigned. The judge of Justice Basi Ipone, now late, was quickly recalled from Lagos, where she was on a brief visit. Judge Ipone, a close friend and associate of Justice Minister Apango, did not hesitate in doing their bidding by stopping the election on June 12 to the election. Prior to this suit, the ABN and a shadow committee of elder statesmen, coordinated by Mazi S.G. Ikoku and Alhaji Tanko Yakasai, had run a series of campaigns in conjunction with the Zeritos ABN to prolong Babangida's stay in office. Along as these devices, the campaign for democracy (CD), a parliamentary action led by Dr. Bekola Kuti, headed for the court to restrain the ABN from its nefarious activities. Joined as defender in the suit were General Ibrahim Babangida and Chief Ola Olatunde, National Director for Operations. It later turned out after the election that Ola Olatunde was a fictitious name. The third defender was the Attorney General of the Federation. Dr. Asankuti contended that the activities of ABN, if not checked, could derail the transition process in prognosis that later actualized. In his ruling, Justice Bola Akisoya disagreed with Chief Bayakende, counsel to ABN, by implying half freedom of speech and association. Justice Akisoya held that the activities of the second defendant are going beyond the exercise of freedom of speech and association, having regard to the nature of the call, the magnitude of his program of action, and the general bearing of his officers nationwide. But the government closed its eyes and let everybody carry on a program of action which covers the entire country and running in propaganda along the two registered political parties, but with a similar agenda, and which call is not compatible with the law of transition to civil program. The judge then restrained APN and agents from carrying out the activity that will perpetuate Babangida in office. The plaintiff agent in Abibola Davis, on behalf of APN, had alleged electoral corruption on the part of SDP candidate Bashir Abiola and the SDP primaries in Jos between March 27 and 29, 1983. Before her ruling ex-parte at 9 p.m. in the night of June 10, 1993, there was a flood of activities between Justice Suprema's court chambers and the office of the Attorney General, leading to the postponement of the ruling from morning to night. This led to speculations that the ruling may have been written for the judge by Akpango, the Attorney General. In her ruling, Justice Suprema not only stopped the election but also got carried away by the interest she wanted to serve by making final pronouncement on the case even at interlocutory level. The allegations leveled against some of the state governments and the primaries Justice Suprema held was, and I quote, the greatest shame in the history of Nigerian politics, unquote. For a judge to make this outlandish prejudicial statement at ex-parte stage of the case when the other party neck had not even been had exposed judicial conspiracy in the whole saga. And this was confirmed later by Mr. Davis. Confusion crowded the nation in sands. The NEC publicly issued a statement disregarding the court order, stating that the election will go on as scheduled. Meanwhile, NEC filed a counter affidavit that jurisdiction of the court had been ousted by Section 19, Section 1 of Decree 13 of 1993. It did not only hold the election as scheduled, but also started releasing the results. When it became apparent that Bashir Abiola was emerging as the winner from the 14 states results already released, the government and ADN hatched another plan. They ran to court again to obtain an order to stop further release of the results of the election. And ready to play the good boy was Justice Saleh, who in his chambers on June 16th immediately granted the order stopping further announcement of the results. Curiously, even though the motion to stop further release of the results was on notice, Justice Saleh granted the ex-parte without hearing NEC. From this stage, activity started to unfold at dizzy heights. NEC remained adamant. Its lawyer went to court of appeal Kaduna, armed with the full result, which it filed along with the notice of appeal. Sensing that the full result had been filed at the court of appeal, the Babangida government quickly announced the cancellation of the whole election process, blaming it on the need to save the judiciary from embarrassment. Prior to the decision, following the order of Justice Suprema stopping the elections, there were a series of counter orders urging NEC to proceed with the election. One of such was one filed by Lagos High Court before Justice Moshood Olugani. The plaintiffs were Mr. Sumbo Nisiri and Mr. Richard Adejimo, seeking for an order of mandate to compel NEC to conduct the election of June 12. This order was granted by Justice Olugani, and that began flurries of legal brickbat, which eventually led to the formation of the international government by Chief Ernest Shonekan, and of course, General Sani Abacha, who used the crisis in the judiciary as an excuse to seize power. Now, fast forward to 2015. On Saturday, February 7, 2015, the chairman of INEC, Professor Tahir Jega, at a press conference, announced the postponement of the presidential and governorship elections initially scheduled to hold on February 14 and 28 respectively by 6 weeks. According to him, the two elections will now hold on March 28 and 11 respectively, based on the letters written to him by nation security chiefs, to the effect that they could not guarantee security during the February 14 elections, due to their alleged renewal focus on the war against Boko Haram insurgents in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states. Curiously, these security chiefs on February 2 had jointly given assurances that they were all ready to give security cover for the February 14 election. Their vote phase barely 72 hours thereafter could therefore not have been done without the presidential imprimatur, despite President Goodluck Jonathan feigning ignorance of the security chief's letters to the INEC chairman. There was no doubt that the hawks within the ruling People's Democratic Party, working in cahoots with some elements in the presidency, were cloning the script written in 1993, which led to the annulment of June 12 election, leading to a chain of events that did not only lead to 6-year hiatus in the political wilderness, but also claimed hundreds of lives. I can't forget about 100 of our people killed when we went to demonstrate on the Korodu Road, 93. At least 100 when Abacha rolled out the tanks. Unfortunately, we were trudging a similar path in 2015 with political buccaneers and predators ready to scuttle our democratic march. I decided to take up the challenge by filing an action at the Federal High Court, Abuja, seeking for an order of mandamus, compelling the National Security Advisor and the service chiefs to conduct the election as scheduled by INEC in order not to recreate another June 12 scenario, particularly against the background of the instructive words of the Spanish philosopher George Santayana, who once said, "Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it," unquote. Enhanced democratic development. In the tapestry of Nigerian democratic adventure, June 12 stands as a defining thread, weaving through the fabric of history, shaping the nation's collective identity, and igniting the flame of democracy that continues to burn brightly today, despite its few challenges. Beyond being just a date on the calendar, June 12 represents a pivotal moment that propels Nigeria towards a path of democratic governance, marking a turning point in its tumultuous political landscape. In fact, in the annals of Nigeria's tumultuous political history, June 12 stands out as a defining moment in watershed in the quest for democracy. And that is why we need to be very careful. Some young people who were never around when during the time of democracy, because of the challenges we are going through, now circling, calling for military. We must say no, never again do we call for military again, never. Whatever happens, whatever the challenges we are having, let us fight, let us argue, let us disagree, let us abuse each other, but never do we ever be tempted to invite the military. All of us will be in trouble if military ever come back. And I pray, because in the year 2000, when I held a program, we all collectively, I launched a book on fellow countrymen, the story of coup d'etats in Nigeria. And we all collectively said that if the military came back again, that NBA should make sure that no attorney general, no lawyers become attorney general, and no journalists become, or anybody be served in that kind of government. This day etched in the collective memory of Nigerians, symbolizes both the aspirations and the challenges of a nation striving for genuine democratic governance. The 1993 presidential election was poised to be a landmark event, promising a transition to civil rule after years of military dictatorship. Abiola, popularly known as MK Abiola, emerged as the candidate with overwhelming popular support, cutting across ethnic, religious, and socio-economic divides. His emergence defied barriers of religion. Thus, Abiola's Muslim presidential ticket had the overwhelming reception of national backing, and apt reverse from the cynical, cultural, and exclusionary Muslim ticket of 2023 that has further deepened sectoral suspicion. 31 years ago, citizens' electoral choices were balanced on the tripod of character, competence, and integrity of the candidate, as well as their perceived competence and the programs of the political parties. Regional voting patterns that have today become a huge factor in our electoral system were given zero attention, as the candidates won on certain regions outside their ethnic and regional basis. Abiola, in Southern Yoruba, won 19 states out of 30 states, including his home state, including the home of his opponent, Kano, in today's Kano and Jigawa states, and the South state. Tofa in Northern Kano won in the Southeast state. In fact, without professing or exuding total abject pessimism, doubts abound if any Nigerian future election will ever equate or come close to the then 1993 MQ and non elections in terms of its power Nigeria
acceptability. His campaign resonated with the aspirations of the masses, offering a vision of unity, progress, and inclusive governance with the catchphrase, farewell to poverty. However, the hopes raised by the prospect of the democratic transition were swiftly dashed when the military regime led by Ibrahim Babangida annulled the election results, plunging nations into a protracted political crisis. The annulment of June 20 election sparked widespread outrage and ignited a wave of protest across the country as Nigerians demanded the restoration of their stolen mandate. This elicited multiplicity of cases with the nation caught in the labyrinth of judicial acrobatics, becoming the order of the day with various court orders and counter orders. Unfortunately, the sad annulment triggered a relapse into the country's default mode of hostility and bound mutual suspicion and distrust among the major nationalities, religions, and faiths. Instead of marrying around the ideas to jointly fight for the restoration of the mandate, opponents will reach into their divisive bag of drape the struggle for democracy and justice in ethnic groups. Many paid with their lives, others less well known, endured torture in the hands of regime enforcers. I can't forget in my own experience too, because it's just by the grace of God I'm here today, because I was abducted at gunpoint by Al-Mustafa's goons. Some fled abroad through the famed Nadeko route. Their secret improvised escape through bush paths and forests out of the country to evade arrest or warned by regime goons. While some other diehards stood their ground, fought tenaciously, fought the military not to withstand the dehumanizing situation they suffered. They were vociferous in speaking truth to power and questioned the logic of the subversion of the people's will by annulling the June 12 election. A good number of Ekota and district Nigerians joined forces to dare the military for subverting Nigeria's will, laying credence to the fifth stanza of the national anthem, the old national anthem. The labor of our heroes shall not be in vain. Notwithstanding, from our fledgling democratic voyage since the beginning of the Fourth Republic in 1999, one can aver without missing words that our democracy is improving, and the heroes who paid the supreme price with their lives for the struggle for democracy did not fight in vain and will feel fulfilled in their internal abodes despite our challenges. I'm not overlooking our challenges. The 2015 election in particular paved the way for opposition candidates to win election, and there was a peaceful transition of power. This is a massive plus to our democratic experience. Thus, the electoral process seems to be getting better with every election cycle, especially with the introduction of technology to make the process more seamless and transparent. However, I must emphasize that the current INEC chairman did not do well in the last election. Despite all the assurances of the technology, they failed us at the last minute. Indeed, June 12 will continue to resonate in us as a continuous reminder about the imperative of improving on our democracy. This is not to say that there are no challenges to our budding democracy. The challenges are enormous but not insurmountable. The fundamental approach to leadership in Nigeria has been an enormous problem. Many politicians assume public office with the sole aim of self-enrichment. At the same time, the leader has all it takes to improve the well-being of the citizens through judicial use of national resources. Therefore, it is undoubtedly that Nigerian leaders and not the poor and vulnerable citizens are responsible for the nation's underdevelopment. Another challenge we are grappling with as a nation is corruption. It is quite impossible to tell Nigerian history before and after June 12 without mention of corruption, courtesy of the predatory elites who see politics as an avenue to satisfy their urge for polluted wealth accumulation. Such practice has reduced politics to a do-or-die affair and resulted in nothing but violence and insecurity. We saw the recent show of shame when a sitting governor prevented the arrest of his predecessor, who is still hiding in the government house, refused to accept an invitation to the AFCC, with all the silly drama of hiring jesters to defend such shameful and egregious conduct. Again, the integrity of Nigeria's electoral system is also a significant issue facing democratic governance in Nigeria. Many political crises are rooted in turbulent elections and controversies surrounding them, undermining the legitimacy and stability of democracy. This poses a severe consequence to the nation's democratic development and legitimacy of elected leaders. Overall, for democratic governance to thrive in Nigeria, the citizens must remain vigilant to keep the government on its toes, as the strength of democracy is only as great as the will of the people to uphold it. Statistically speaking, Nigeria has constantly ranked low in the World Governance Index in areas such as government effectiveness, political stability, and the presence of violence and terrorism, rule of law, and control of corruption. Nigeria is perceived in the 2020 Transparency International Corruption Perception Index as a highly corrupt country with a score of 25 over 100, while its corruption ranking increased from 146 in 2019 to 149 in 2020 out of 180 countries surveyed. While the former President Muhammadu Buhari won the 2015 election on the promise to fight insecurity and corruption, his promises went unfulfilled. Boko Haram and banditry continue to unleash unspeakable violence on civilians, while the fight against corruption is counterproductive. At the core of Nigeria's systemic failure is the crisis of governance, which manifests in the declining capacity of the state to cope with a range of internal political and social upheavals. There is an expectation for political leaders to recognize systemic risks such as terrorist attacks, harder farmer conflicts, police brutality, and put in place unnecessary infrastructure to gather relevant data for problem solving. But the insufficiency of political survey required to navigate the challenges of Nigeria faces as a rich unrest across the nation, which exacerbated existing tensions. The NSAS protest against police brutality in 2020 is one of these. Yet amid this turmoil and uncertainties, June 12 became more than just a date on the calendar. It became a symbol of resistance, resilience, and the unyielding spirit of democracy. Ordinary citizens, activists, civil society groups, and the media mobilized in representative numbers to demand for recognition of June 12 as Democracy Day and the restoration of Abdulah's mandate. The story for that period, as of June 12, spanned years. Let me try I'm told I have 7 minutes. The eventual recognition of June 12 as Democracy Day in Nigeria in 2018 and the posthumous honor bestowed on M.K. Abdullah with the highest national honor, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, marked a significant milestone in Nigeria's democratic journey. It was a belated but crucial acknowledgement of the sacrifices made by the injustice endured by M.K. Abdullah and his family, and all those who fought for the sanctity of the democratic process. Moreover, the symbolism of June 12 extends beyond mere commemoration. It serves as a reminder of the values and principles that underpin democracy: the right to vote, the rule of law, accountability, respect for human rights. It underscores the importance of vigilance in safeguarding these fundamental principles and holding those in power accountable. As Nigeria continues to navigate the complexities of the democratic experiment, the legacy of June 12 serves as both a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration. It reminds us that democracy is not a destination but a journey that requires constant vigilance, active participation, and unwavering commitment to the ideas of justice, equality, and freedom. In commemorating June 12, let us not only honor the memory of those who sacrificed for democracy, but also recommit ourselves to the unfinished task of building a more inclusive, transparent, and accountable democratic society in Nigeria where the promise of June 12 is fully realized. Finally, I cannot end this address without acknowledging the strategic role that Ogun State has played in our democratic development. When we look at how worthy sons and daughters donated to the nation and the pivotal roles they have played in our polity. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Minister of Finance and Deputy Chairman of Federal Executive Council. Sir Adetokunbo Ademola, First Indigenous Judge of Nigeria. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, Chief Ernest Shoneko, Lieutenant General Oladipo Dia, Mrs. Funaya Rason Kuti, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Ben Koranson Kuti, Dr. Sholari, Professor Wole Soyinka, all inimitable non-state actors, Bashir N.K. Agbola, Honorable Dilip Jabankole, and Professor Yomi Shibajo. Indeed, Ogun State is blessed and has been a beacon of hope in the nation. As we say, the best is yet to come, and we will continue to see the best from Ogun State. Thank you.
You will agree with me that our lecturer today did a well-packaged job and a beautiful presentation. They actually nailed it and made that presentation to be something that works it. Thank you very much, Mr. Richard Akela. One more time, shall we put our hands together for him as he takes this picture with Their Excellencies before taking his departure. Especially those of us from the central where Bashima Kashima Abiola is from. And I'm sure the chairman EC Ogun Central is indeed very happy that this man did us proud. Thank you very much for being here today. At this point, quickly, we'll take some goodwill messages, two quick ones. First, let me invite our June 12 activists fought for our democratic dispensation and ensured that yes, we have it. Though he was imprisoned, yet was released, and indeed is still standing in the forefront in ensuring that our democratic dispensation of 25 years continue uninterrupted. Let's welcome to the microphone the man that I call www.nirnavo.com.ng. Miran Manaru, a round of applause for him. Your Excellency, the one and only energetic, enigmatic, eclectic, dynamic, didactic, charismatic, and pragmatic governor of the state. Prince Dapo Abreu CON. Who is an enigma? If not a man they say cannot win the primaries, he win the primaries. He cannot win the election, he win the election. His government is not going to be stable. His government is stable. He cannot win the election.
He won the election. He cannot win at the tribunal. He won at the tribunal. He cannot win at the free court. He won at the free court. He cannot win at the Supreme Court. He won at the Supreme Court. Now there's a song they sing in my church. They say, Aranson Ategun Fair. Ìdíjà òde wà lọ́rùn ẹ̀ka dúpẹ́. Ẹ̀ka dúpẹ́. Ẹ̀ka dúpẹ́. Oh, sorry, I thought I was in the church. Permit me, Excellencies, to stay on the already established protocol. Àwọn bá sọ pé nígbà kan ọ̀rọ̀ á wà ṣùgbọ́n kò ní sáyè. Nígbà míì àyè á wà ṣùgbọ́n kò ní sọ̀rọ̀. Nísìnyí ológbòjú ẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kò ní bẹ́ẹ̀ sáyè. There's nobody who could have document the event of June 12 better than Richard Akinola. Richard is my friend, my brother. He has a nickname, which is a story for another day. Now, Your Excellency, if I had the time, I would have gone to what is called dialectical materialism. But unfortunately, because we don't have time, I'm not going to go into that. It's going to be a story for another day. We are here today because there's democracy. And I remember this time, 1998, I was in prison. I was in Jones prison with a man they call Frank Omeka as the chief treasurer of Nigeria. A lot of us died. A lot ran away, I hear said. But some of us were unlucky, were in prison. And I knew then that there's God Almighty. It is God that made this day to be. And that God will not lead this country in the mighty name of Jesus. Things are hard, that's the truth. But the worst of democracy is better than the best of dictatorship. We should be prepared and pray for our leaders and wish them well so that the policies that they enunciate will be for the betterment of the people of this nation. Your Excellency, I don't have too much time. There's something that we need in this country, and I'm going to use it as point of contact to the other leaders of this nation. We need, particularly in Ogun State, power, electricity generation. It's killing businesses in this country, particularly Ogun State, which has a concentration of the most industries in this nation. And the time we begin to look at that, the better. M. Abiola believes in alleviation of poverty. They didn't expect you to win that election, just as they didn't expect you to win the election, Your Excellency. But God knew that he was the man that will help the people of Nigeria. So I thank you for celebrating him. I thank Richard. I thank you for bringing him. I thank him because he brought us, on the journey of a memorable. I knew when he was, taken away at gunpoint and what have you. I'm sure his wife is somewhere there. And then that time, but let us thank God that he's alive. I'm alive also. Because I was tied to the ceiling. And they put, ice water on me and they put electric shock. But I'm here, alive. That's why I know there is God. And for every one of you, now we haven't gotten to the place we are going. And I believe our leader in the state will be one of the ones God has chosen to take us to the place that we are going. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mama. Last but not the least, in the series of the good messages, let me invite the Chairman, Coalition Civil Society Group and the Pro-Democracy Organization in person of Comrade Solomon Bankole. Right after that, we like the media team to please get prepared. You will roll the short documentary for us. Thank you. While he's approaching the microphone, Honorable Abiodun Akinlade, thank you very much for joining us, Member House of Representatives.
God bless you, my people. Thank you. All protocol duly observed. It's okay. Kulu kulu temper. I'm standing on the existing protocol, and for my constituency, civil society organization, and pro-democracy, I say to you all, happy June 12th. And to our governor, let me say this, I don't have much to say. This is the first time that CSO organized this program on our own. Head of Service told us that governor said the day belongs to comrades, let them organize it. And I'm telling you, as the chairman of CSO Ogun State, I organized this program. Everything we asked was given to us. When it came to the issue of Richard Akinola, who is our leader, we suffered June 12 together, and HOS was asking, who is going to speak? I said, we are bringing Richard Akinola. He said, I don't know him, but governor said the program is for all of you. And we are not being forced on what to say. Nobody asked us to show what is going to read out. Mr. Governor, I appreciate you, sir. People are asking me, Barrister Bankole, why are you not fighting the state government? Why are you not doing this? And I'm saying it openly. We are not government apologists, but I have access to this government. When we see things that are not okay, I can see head of service, I can see SST, and anytime we talk to them, they always listen to us. So, Mr. Governor, we are happy for giving us this. Some of us have been on this struggle for more than 30 years. I've been in Ogun State for many years. I know what has happened before. Mr. Governor, sir, you are just too tolerant. I repeat it, you are just too tolerant. We know some that drove us out of this place. We know those that threaten us. We know those that said, if Bankole talks, arrest him. But we've not seen that in this state. Once again, we appreciate you. I don't have much to say. The coordination of this program, I have to appreciate Head of Service for giving us a very enabling environment. He didn't give me what to do. He asked me, Comrade Chairman, what are we going to do? Head of Service, we appreciate you, sir. All the PS who have been helping for this program, but we are the one. Mr. Governor, I don't have much to say. I just want to beg you for one thing. And I'll use 3 names to beg you. First name I want to use to beg you is name of your political godfather, Chief Segun Osoba. You do one thing for us today. The second name I want to beg you for is the name of Babatisa, your daddy. You do something for us today. And the third name is your name, Prince Abiodun, a man that is friendly to the masses. What do we say? In the regime of Chief Oshoba, he gave us a boss for project evaluation. We want to be visiting ministries and NDAs to know what they are doing. And what they are doing, we compare them into a book and we submit it to the government. Baba Oshoba gave us a boss. We were comparing all those activities of government. We move from one point to another to see the project evaluation, and things were working. We thought that when we come back for second time, but it didn't work. So, Mr. Governor, sir, we are not asking for money. We are not asking for appointments. We don't need anything than just a working boss. Just a working boss. We know you are working, Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, we know you are working. We want to visit all the agencies. We want to visit all the projects you've done. I go to Ijebu, I go to Ilaro, I saw what you've done, Governor. Let's put this thing in a perspective of a book. Don't give us money for Epo. We will use money for Epo by ourselves. Either second-class bus, either third-class bus, either use bus, either push bus, we just need a bus. And today, as the chairman of CSO in Ogun State, I hereby confirm, I name our governor from today as Comrade Dapo Abiodun. Soli. Thank you. Governor, we don't have anything to give to you. We have all these books. They are books on democracy. We want to use in Kakekele, not Bankala. We want to give you these books and give us a boss. That is what we want. God bless you, sir. I like Comrade Solomon Bankole official pronouncement. Comrade Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun CON. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And I want to use small thing to collect in Cornilla. Well, I hope when His Excellency will be responding, you get the answer to that. Quickly, if the media team are set, please can you roll that short documentary for us on the life and times of Bashir Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola. Media, are you set to roll for us?
Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola was born on 24th August 1937 in the ancient city of Abeokuta to Chief Salahuddin Adenekun Abiola and Madam Suliat Ayinke Abiola in elementary education. Back.
Media team, maybe we should give you another 2 minutes to quickly sort the audio out. While we wait for that, let's quickly take the drama presentation to bridge the gap so that we'll give you enough time to settle that. Don't forget that we're still going to have a presentation of prizes to winners for the essay competition that was put together for the celebration of June 12, Democracy Day 2024 in Ogun State. The cultural troupe with drama right now.
And adage says, if you're not careful, erosion will bring down the building. Ladies and gentlemen, let me not bore you with rituals. Sit down, relax, and enjoy my story.
You must be a member of academic community, and the least for you to be a leader of this country, you must be a professor. We will not allow riffraff to lead us astray. We will not allow illiterate to lead us into lagoon. I, as a professor emeritus, a professor, Chidose Abdusalam Ajanle Koko. I am going for that paper. That staff of authority is for me, professor.
Politics is a game of numbers. You must have a lot of people to vote for you. And the Inshallah, this sector belongs to us. And we are going to take it.
Can you see? A woman talking to to a man like that. Not just a man. I am a professor indeed. Professor, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Madam, ohun ayọ̀ ni tó ń lẹ́nu kọ̀ọ̀kan wá o. What? What are you celebrating? What am I celebrating? Yes. I am here to take what belongs to me. That type of authority. Yes. Eh? I don't know. Ẹ̀yin come on. Ẹ máa ń jà pẹ́ lórí ní kíní. Àwọn ọmọ ìtọ́jú ọjọ́ mi ní mọ́ṣáláṣí. What? It shall be given unto me. Empile-moi. Enseigne-moi. My sister, you see this war? Let me tell you, my brother, listen to me and listen carefully. Ego, tani joke. Ni want to Zerubbabel. The devil is a liar. It is written that during the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence. Take it by force. Are we, the Christians of this country, we are here to take this scepter by fire, by force. Because I come for it. If I see me move towards that center, give me this flag. I declare for this center, come on, put the forward there. I hear me for. What is happening here? Ìwọ ọmọ mọ́lá yìí. Ìyá mi, ẹ̀ṣẹ́ ayé o. Kí ló dé gan-an? Yorùbá máa lọ ní ipò. Yorùbá máa lọ ní ipò. Òdì ìfọ̀dá ẹ bá ṣe dáná ní wa. Òdì ìfọ̀dá ẹ bá ṣe dáná bẹ́ o. Yorùbá máa lọ ní
me tell you something. This sector, it belongs to we Yorubas. And it is we Yorubas that we have it today. And we must take it. And we back
Wait, madam. Also, Professor, I have a question for you. In which academic community do you all belong to? Yay!
Of the greatest Nigeria youth, we Nigeria youth, it is our time. We are the one that we can do it. We have to take this sector by fire.
My boy, come.
Yes.
I love your spirit. I like your idea.
Yes.
But you know, you are the leaders of...
No!
Yes.
Our tomorrow starts now!
The man of caliber, the pillar of sport in Africa, philanthropist indeed. I present to you Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. I present to you Aiship Basọ̀run Moshood Kasimawo Ọláwálé Abíọ́lá.
I am very, very happy to be your midst. I love you all. I even enjoy the welcome you give to me. We are highly and richly blessed to have this country, Nigeria, as our home. And that's why I want us to assist Nigeria to gain its rightful position in the Community of Nations in the world. That is the reason why I am presenting myself for the task ahead. I want to run for the post of the president of this country. And I will make sure that I give you people qualitative education, good healthcare services, and the unborn generation will never regret voting for me. So everyone, thank you. Alhamdulillah. 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 Even in death, you are still appreciating me. I want you to take yourself as one. It is very, very obvious. We have diverse of religious, political, social, and ethnic differences. You shouldn't allow that to divide this nation. This democracy that I laid my life for. Oh, I want you to guide it jealously, and I hope you will do so. I'm very, very grateful for Nigerians for honoring me. Ogun State, oh, I love you for keeping the flag of democracy flying. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
Yes, it might seem as a dream. I hope you got my story. Father of democracy, late Chief MKO Abiola. Your spirits, your legacy still reign in us and everyone. Thank you. What are we waiting for? This call for celebration. My people, what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate.
One more time, let's put it together for this cultural trip for that wonderful drama presentation. More importantly, we need to give it to the guy who played the role of Bashir Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola. Yes, the media team, if you're set, let's quickly have that documentary now. Thank you.
For the unity of Abiola.
Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola was born on 24th August 1937 in the ancient city of Abeokuta to Chief Salaudeen Adeneko Abiola and Madam Suliat Ayinke Abiola. He had his elementary education at Nawarudin Primary School and African Central School in Abeokuta between 1944 and 1950. He attended Baptist Boys High School, Abeokuta, between 1951 and 1956. He established the band Kashimawo Orchestra at age 15 to raise funds for his education. His determination and intelligence earned him a scholarship to study at University of Glasgow, Scotland, where he excelled in accounting. On returning to Nigeria, Bashir MKO Abiola took up employment as a senior accountant between April 1966 and June 1967. He rose to become one of Nigeria's most successful businessmen in various industries, including media, banking, and telecommunications. His business acumen earned him significant wealth and influence. A free mixer and philanthropist, Chief MKO Abiola crisscrossed the entire country, Nigeria, day and night, canvassing for votes and support of all Nigerians in his bid to become the president of Nigeria in 1993.
That
turning over future investment to the private sector and by removing the complex structures which makes NNPC's accountability and assessment of efficiency almost impossible. See, there are so many layers upon layers built on this simple thing, crude oil. And you don't even know where is oil or some mystery around it that is taking the money from the central bank. See, I think we demystify all these things. In my government, the daily export of crude will be published, and the price at which it is sold. The issue of plan implementation is simple. The public things are not private. We have personal assembly now. They will do their job. They will review the expenditure of government and will hold public hearing. We will no longer be hearing of monetary circulars from central bank without the bankers being told. The bankers will have to be involved. You see, like I said, every effort has been made in the past to shake people's head in their absence. It must stop. I mean, it won't be allowed. I mean, the cumulative wisdom of all the bankers would have seen us out of the problem we have in this country today. But some people, they call for IMF or they call for World Bank. What people really know about Nigeria? You see, the most brilliant doctor in Norway might not have seen malaria in his life. So he's bringing him here and imposing him as a medical director. He might send everybody to the grave. You see, all that nonsense will stop. I rely on Nigerians to keep Nigeria rolling efficiently. And that's what it is. You see, there will be a few foreigners who will be recommended by our people, not those who will be imposed by some foreign authorities over us. We are an independent republic under God, aren't we?
The chair's convention with the Fourth Social Democratic Party, SDP, was a major hurdle he had to cross. After backslapping and frustrating meetings and agreements, MKO Abiola emerged the presidential candidate of the Social Democratic Party, SDP. Abiola's staunch opponent in the defunct SDP presidential primaries, Alhaji Babangana Kingibe, was named as the vice presidential candidate of the SDP, thereby making Abiola's ticket a Muslim ticket.
We have been learning the difference between sympathy and empathy. But the sympathy doesn't hold who we have no action backs up. But he will back his own sympathy with action. So he empathize with the real issues. He is humane. Abiola is a nationalist. He's a man who has contributed immensely to the love of Nigerians, irrespective of the ethnic differences.
On the day of the election, Saturday, June 12, 1993, there was no violence, no riot, no single drop of rain, and Nigerians came out en masse to vote for the candidate of their choice. The results of the open election were fulfilling, and Abiola Kingibe had won across ethnic divide of Nigeria, including Kano State, which was the home state of Alhaji Bashir Tofa, the presidential candidate of the National Republican Convention, and Enugu State, which was the home state of Dr. Sylvester Ogun, his running mate.
Outside the not refuse to vote for because of the shortness, not because of killing the war. And nobody voted even against that ticket because of religion. Abiola, Muslim, Muslim doesn't matter. Nigerians were looking forward to certain things. They needed change, they needed continuity, they also needed democracy, and they needed the proper functioning of federalism.
Surprisingly, a faceless organization, the Association for Better Nigeria, is ABN, went to court, sought and got an injunction refraining further announcement of the election results.
This administration could not continue to watch the various high courts carry on their long drawn-out processes and contradictory decisions while the nation slides into chaos. It was under these circumstances that the National Defense and Security Council decided that it is in the supreme interest of law and order, political stability and peace, that the presidential election be annulled.
Nigerians took to the streets, calling for the announcement of the entire results and declaration of Bashorun MKO Abiola, who was believed to have won the election as the winner.
I think the only thing I started listening, and what I'm told is that they all put only on June 5th. That the sanctity of the outcome of the elections held on June 5th is not the issue. And I would like to ask with Emeka Anyoko, the former Secretary General of the Navy. And all the results have been faxed to him. And so when he left, he had the entire results on the whole nation and everywhere at the end of the world.
The very day that Babangida make an announcement, myself, MKA, Kola, and another people, each of us entered his plane and meet Babangida in Nasoro. MKA and Babangida went another city, even the third city in India, in Nasoro. Whatever their discussion, they knew. When I was going to the airport, even the time we land in the midnight, we don't even see any meeting. We could only get only our first value to take us to Nasoro and that day. So when we are going back now, MPR was telling me that, well, that guy was telling him that the pressure is too much on you. And that's the major reason that I have to announce the election. And at the same time, we had an information that if we fail to announce that election, MPA is going to be burned. It's going to be, they are going to drop his house together with him and his family.
When I mentioned the idea to him, he came and they said, we wanted to put out an interim government and we wanted you to participate in it. He said, okay, let me go and see some discussions on family. And he said, okay, and he did. He phoned me in the morning to say that he didn't have it because he was advised that we cannot be trusted, me in particular cannot be trusted on this. And of course, because a lot of my colleagues didn't like it, when I reported back to them, this is the response I got from MPA. Some of them, and I say police because we joke with each other, but they said, it's sorry, right, and I felt humiliated, but I was not able to convince my friend. So the interim government was set up. My whole hope now was that idea was to put it out, reconduct another election, and then the issue of Jutro would have been, based on my belief, would have been settled after waiting for a period of 6 months to have another rerun of the election.
The protests against the election grounded economic activities in virtually every part of the country, and the military president of Nigeria, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, stepped aside, paving way for an industrialist, Chief Ernest Shonekan, to head the interim national government. With the emergence of Chief Ernest Shonekan as the interim head of state, social crusaders, human rights activists, trade unions like NUT, NLC, NUJ, ASU, and RUPE, with the support of the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, vowed to stop the anomaly and ensure Chief MKO Abiola's mandate was revalidated. The struggle for the revalidation of the freely given mandate of Chief MKO Abiola took him abroad, and when he came back, he led his supporters to a Betedou area of Lagos State, where he declared himself the President of Nigeria.
I say categorically that this decision is unfair, unjust, and consequently unacceptable.
A price was placed on his head as he was declared wanted by the police for crime against the state. He was held captive till his death in 1998. Chief MKO Abiola, 20 years after his demise, was honored with the highest national honor reserved for 7 former presidents of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, GCFR.
Today, I'm very happy to be present and to preside over the commemoration and the investiture marking the formal official federal government recognition of June 12 as National Democracy Day.
In recognition of his immense and meritorious contribution to the growth and development of commerce, agriculture, industry, sports, journalism, MKO Abiola, an outstanding industrialist, a businessman of repute, and a philanthropist par excellence, is today honored with the award of Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR. I present Basharon Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola for the conferment of the posthumous award of the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR.
Today, we remember MKO Abiola not just as a businessman and politician, but as a champion of democracy and a beacon of hope for future generations. His life reminds us that the struggle for justice and equality is never in vain.
That was a beautifully packaged documentary and a wonderful one to refresh us today. We must say a very big thank you to the coordinator of this event who has worked tirelessly to ensure that we enjoy it. The head of service, thank you so much, Mr. Kennedy Onosaya. God bless you. At this point, Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there was an essay writing competition that was put together to celebrate this day in Ogun State. And entries were received from all the 4 zones of the state. Best winners were chosen from each division, and we have the overall best with the first, second, and third position. This essay competition cuts across the primary school category, the junior secondary school category, and the senior secondary school category. Today, we will be unveiling winners, and they will be presented with their prizes. For the primary school category, we looked at the topic, June 12 shall remain in the history of Nigeria, modern democracy. And for the third position, it will be going to St. Joseph's African Church Primary School in Ijebu-Ode, and the winner is Adekoya Esther Dayo. Please, can we put it together for the second position goes to St. Andrew's Anglican Nursery Primary School, Ibarra, and with the name Oladipo Solomon Okikiola. While for the primary school category, the first position, the winner of the day, overall winner, Abeokuta South Local Government Primary School, Okay, Jemabuta, and with the name Adeniji Glory Adegoke. Congratulations. Please, if you are in the hall, we want you to please come out. And for the junior secondary category, the topic was on the importance of June 12 in Nigeria. Democracy cannot be overemphasized. And for the third position, this will go to Uwudi Secondary School Junior, Uwudi Yiwa. And the name of the winner of the third position, Odebi Shekinat. A round of applause for Shekinat. Second position, Mark Job Grammar School Junior, Unikulubu. The name, Umuweni Enoch. While the overall winner, the first position, Mayflower School Junior, Ikene, and the name, Adebanjo Adebi. Good luck. A round of applause. And for the senior secondary category, the topic, the revitalization of Nigerian economy will be achieved under a stable democratic dispensation. Third position, Christ Apostolic Grammar School Senior, with the name Adedayo Esther Oluwadamelola. Second position, St. Michael High School Senior, Ota, with the name Shitu Favor Aino, and the overall winner, Catholic Comprehensive High School Senior, Onikulubu Abeokuta, Adulahili Idolide Grace. Your Excellency, the essay competition was open to all the schools in all the 4 divisions, Eba, Yiwa, Ijebu, and Dremo. This topic was given without being aided by any of their teachers or any of their tutors, for them to sit down and indeed use their cognitive writing experience to come up with something that will distinguish them. And today, after scoring the first, second, third in each division, the process went to bring in all the first, second, and third, picking the overall first, second, and third. That's how we arrived at all the winners today, Your Excellency. And indeed, I'm sure that looking at these young ones, the future of Ogun State students and youths look very bright. If we can see them writing like this, definitely you are impacting on them with your policies, with your programs, and they're indeed very, very happy. One more time, let's put it together for the present administration under the leadership of His Excellency, Prince Bako Abiodun C.O.N. We'll start with the distribution of prizes to the primary school category winners, and we respectfully for the primary school category, we request Her Excellency the Deputy Governor to please avail us in presenting the gifts. Third position, Adekoya Esther Dayo, St. Joseph's African Church Primary School, Ijebuode. A round of applause for Esther. Please, let's put it together for these young ones. It's not easy to sit down and write essays. I remember when I was still in the primary school. Thank God that our governor is Omar Babatija. Second position, Oladipo Solomon Okikiola, St. Andrews Anglican Nursery Primary School, Ibawa. And the first position, primary school category, very much. For For the junior secondary school category, we will respectfully invite Her Excellency, the wife of the Governor and First Lady of the State, Mrs. Babidele Abiodun, for the presentation. Third position, Uwede Secondary School Junior, Uwede Yua, and that is Ogun Shekinat. Ogun Shekinat. Shekinat, please step forward. Wow. Congratulations. A round of applause for her, please. Second position, Mark J. Baba School Junior, Oluwole Enoch. A round of applause for him as well. And the first position, junior school category, Mayflower School Junior, Banjo, and good luck. Thank you very much. And now, the senior secondary category. We will respectfully invite His Excellency Omar Babatija to reveal us with a presentation for the senior secondary school category. The third position, Christ Apostolic Grammar School Senior, Iperu, with the name Abio Esther Oluwabaniloma. Your Excellency, sir, thank you. Congratulations. Second position, St. Michael High School Senior Ota, Shitu Favor Aina. And the overall winner, first position, Catholic Comprehensive High School, Onikolobo Abeokuta, Adura Demi, Ikebide Grace. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, we still like to plead. Please, we like Their Excellencies, the First Lady, the Deputy Governor, Your Excellency, the Speaker, of course, Leon, the Chief Judge, and the Head of Service to have photograph with all these winners. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, students, you can return to your sitting position. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, 25 years of uninterrupted democratic administration in our dear country, Nigeria. And today, June 12, we celebrate a man who laid down his life so that we can enjoy democratic dispensation as it is now. We now invite His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Singapore Abiodun, CON, for his address. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. The day is fast spent, and let me first apologize to all our very eminent and distinguished guests, particularly those that have been here before 10 o'clock. I will try as much as possible to be as brief as I can possibly be. Her Excellency, First Lady of Ogun State, and my wife, Mrs. Bambila Abiodun. Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Engineer Noimot Salakoridele, the Speaker of Ogun State, House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uluwada Isi, the Chief Judge of Ogun State, Honorable Justice Musumola Dipolu, the President of the Ogun State Customary Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Adebisi Femi Shegun, the Head of Service, Mr. Kennedy Onosaya, my Deputy Chief of Staff, Dr. Tony Taiwo, the distinguished Senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, our honorable members in the Federal House of Representatives. We have Honorable Prince Brega Nasiru Isiaka, Honorable Tunji Akiosi, and Honorable Biodun Isiak Aki. Our erstwhile senators, Senator Aki Odusi and Senator Kola Bajomo. His Excellency, the former military administrator of Sokoto and Bauchi, Navy Commander Rashid Raju retired, former Deputy Governors of Ogun State here present, Her Excellency Elijah Salmon Badru, and His Excellency Senator Adibinga Kaka, as well as speakers of the Ogun State House of Assembly are here present,
our former heads of service that are here present, the chairman of our great party, Chief Yemi Sanusi, all of our members of the Ogun State Executive Council, members of the Ogun State House of Assembly, all our honorable judges and members of the judiciary. Permit me at this point in time to appreciate, recognize our royal fathers. Permit me to start the recognition with His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Kehinde Olugbenle, MFR, the Olu of Ilaro and paramount ruler of Yeweland. Kabiyesi, again, I congratulate you as you've been elected as the chairman of the Ogun State Council of Obas. This will be your first official outing since that assumption of office. His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Adedotun Arebubade was CFR, the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbaland. His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Babatunde Ajayi CFR, the Akarigo and paramount ruler of Remoland. His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Sikiru Kaode Adetono, GCON, the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, who today is ably represented by His Royal Highness Oba Lawrence Jayoba, the Orimolusi of Ijebu. All our distinguished royal fathers here present, permit me to thank and appreciate our guest lecturer, Comrade Richard Akinola. All the members of the body of permanent secretaries are here, all chairmen of statutory boards and commissions, our service chiefs, chairmen of local governments. Permit me to also appreciate the chairman of the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations, Comrade Solomon Bankole. Let me at this point in time remark that I have heard your request. I thank you for the books that you presented to me, and I will work on that request to be facilitated to evaluate our projects across the length and breadth of Ogun State. My brother and friend, Dr. Miro Malaolu, former commissioner of this state and a June 12 activist, I want to thank you for those very accolades and very kind remarks. I want to thank God for your life. I pray the Almighty God to continue to preserve your life. Comrade Bamidele Onape, National President of the Federation of Informal Workers Association of Nigeria, you are recognized. The NANS Chairman, Comrade Adeyanju Oluwafemi, you are also appreciated and recognized. The Yalaga General of Ogun State, Chief Mrs. Abbas, you are appreciated and recognized, and all the members of your association, Egbe Oloja, members of the spouses of Ogun State government functionaries, all the members of the Governor's Elders Advisory Council. Permit me to use Baba Oluwagemo as a point of courtesy to all of you. I want to also especially recognize our foremost industrialist, Ashwaju SK Onofoko, and I use him as a point of courtesy to all our other very many distinguished and eminent guests that are here today. All other members of various groups and associations here present, very distinguished personalities, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the government and the good people of this great state, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to a defining moment in the democratic development of Nigeria, the June 12 Democracy Day and celebration of 25 years of unbroken democratic rule in Nigeria. Let me first thank our guest speaker, Mr. Richard Akinola, for doing justice to the theme of this June 12 symposium, which is defining moment in the democratic development
of Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Richard, for reminding us of the details of the events leading to the unfortunate annulment of the June 12 elections. This day holds immense significance as it marks the triumph of democracy, the power of the people, and the pursuit of justice and freedom. The history of Nigeria's democracy is one of struggle and perseverance, and June 12, 1993 stands as a watershed moment in this journey. On that particular day, Nigerians transcended differences of tribe, gender, and even the unique Muslim ticket to speak unanimously through the ballot. They elected the late Chief Moshood Kashimawo Onawale Abiola and Babagana Kingibe of the defunct Social Democratic Party SDP as President and Vice President respectively. Although the election was globally acclaimed as the freest and fairest in Nigeria's history, the military annulled the results, dashing the hopes raised by this democratic exercise. That election remains a pivotal moment in our country's democratic history. It has become the benchmark against which the successes of subsequent elections are measured. For all its import, reminds us of the power of unity, resilience, and the collective determination to uphold the principles of democracy. It's a testament to the strength and resilience of Nigerian people who have shown unwavering commitment to democracy and belief in a better future. Today's celebration is a clear demonstration of the aspirations of all patriotic Nigerians to evolve an ideal democratic process capable of bringing forth visionary leaders like His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, who is today the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I want to express my gratitude to the organizers of this event for choosing the theme of this year's celebration, June 12, the defining moment in the democratic development of Nigeria. This theme resonates deeply with the journey we have undertaken as a nation. June 12 represents a turning point in our democratic history, a moment when the will of the people prevailed and the voices of millions were heard. The symbol of our election, the late Chief M.K. Abiola, stands as one of the finest trailblazers of this great state. His courage and unwavering commitment to democratic ideals remain an inspiration to us all. His campaign slogan, Hope 93, was more than a message of hope. It was a national reawakening rooted in faith and limitless ability of Nigerians to face their challenges and solve the problems of nation building. Nigerians not only believed this message, but they also trusted the messenger, which they eloquently demonstrated on June 12, 1993, despite all odds. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's decision to redefine this slogan as renewed hope speaks to the resilience and unwavering spirit of the Nigerian people. It signifies our commitment to continue the journey towards a better Nigeria, building on the sacrifices made by Chief M.K. Abiola and countless others who fought for democracy and paid the ultimate price. Their courage and unwavering commitment to democratic ideals serve as a constant reminder of the power of the people and the importance of upholding the principles of justice, freedom, equality laid by our forefathers. We should all be proud that the aborted hope of 1993 has been tenaciously renewed by our leader and Omobudo par excellence, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Nigerian president. He is more than prepared to resuscitate our country and lead us courageously to greater heights and in the path of prosperity. To this end, all hands must be on deck to support him in redefining the democratic development of our country and renewing the hope and sacrifices in this struggle. We must understand that we are the direct beneficiaries of their sacrifices. More importantly, as custodians of the democratic legacy they left behind, it is our responsibility to carry the torch of democracy forward, protect and strengthen our institutions, and ensure that the voices of Nigerians are heard and represented. We must also acknowledge that democracy is a journey that requires our active participation, engagement, and collective efforts to strengthen its foundations, ensure good governance, and promote the well-being of our citizens. As a nation, we must come together to reflect on the progress we have made and the prosperity we can achieve by addressing the challenges facing our great nation. The renewed hope agenda of His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu embraces the spirit of unity, inclusivity, and collaboration. It means coming together as a nation, regardless of our differences, to build a future defined by progress, prosperity, and social justice. It means harnessing the collective power of our diversity to overcome the obstacles standing in our way as a nation. Let us remember that democracy is not just a system of government. It is a way of life that requires our active participation and engagement. It calls for us to renew our commitment to democracy, justice, and freedom. As a government and people, we have witnessed peaceful transitions of power, the strengthening of institutions, and the expansion of that democratic space. For us in Ogun State, reflecting on our democratic development and celebrating the 5th anniversary of our administration, we have a lot to celebrate and thank the Almighty God for. Our state has successfully addressed critical questions of development in all its ramifications. This event provides us an opportunity to reminisce over the past and take stock of our stewardship, helping us to map out new and better strategies for the future of our state and our nation. Since our second term began on the 29th of May 2023, we have not deviated from our responsibilities. Our first tenure was marked by our dogged determination, resilience, readiness, and unwavering commitment to the development of our state as envisioned in our shared development pillars. Without your collective commitment, dedication, perseverance, and cooperation, our achievement will not have been a reality. We will not rest on our laurels, as all hands must be on deck to ensure we deliver the dividends of democracy across the entire state. The positive impacts from the faithful implementation of our programs have continued to receive accolades from within and outside the country. Further developments have taken place since we began our second term, and our state has continued to witness tremendous transformations in all aspects of life. Permit me to use the occasion to note that we must remain resolute in our resolve to move Ogun State forward in the face of current economic realities. Whatever inconveniences we face now in the course of fast-tracking our national development efforts and fulfilling the renewal agenda are merely temporary. We must continue to support our president as he has promised to walk his talk, and together we can make our country great again. The role of our youth in shaping our democracy cannot be overstated. Young Nigerians represent the future of our nation, and their engagement in the political process is very crucial. We must create avenues for their voices to be heard, their ideas harnessed, and their leadership nurtured. The vibrancy and innovation that our youth bring are essential to the continued growth and stability of our democracy. In Ogun State, we appreciate the need to harness this raw energy of our youth as their major stakeholders, enabling them to contribute to the continued development of our state and the increased prosperity of all our people. Before I end this address, I wish to appreciate the invaluable contributions of our workforce, who have been reliable, dependable, and ever supportive in the past 5 years. You have been the tower of our strength, and together we shall continue to elevate our state to enviable heights among the community of states in Nigeria and indeed the world. I must acknowledge the members of the civil society, the labor unions, our very revered royal fathers, our elders, our clerics, and all other stakeholders for their positive roles in the realization of our building a future together agenda. As we salute the persistence displayed by the entire family of Chief M.K. Abiola GCFR over the years, Almighty continues to guard and guide each all of you, bless you abundantly in all aspects. Nigerians and indeed the world recognize the huge sacrifices made by your late patriarch and many others who died in the struggle. May their souls continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. In conclusion, the democratic ideals of Chief M.K. Abiola should be guarded jealously towards attaining a just and progressive nation. Unfortunately, his life was cut short in prison a few months before the benevolent government of the day released political prisoners like him. The circumstances surrounding M.K. Abiola's death emphasize the need for a framework for timely intervention through pardons and amnesty, ensuring that individuals are not unjustly deprived of their liberty. The government has a duty to uphold democratic values by consistently applying principles of mercy, justice, and the rule of law. In this vein, the Nigerian Constitution empowers me to exercise a prerogative of mercy to anyone convicted of an offense in Ogun State. Having received the guidance of the Ogun State Advisory Council on the prerogative of mercy, I have signed the appropriate warrants ordering the release of 41 convicts currently imprisoned across different correctional centers in Ogun State. I have also signed the warrants converting death sentences of 45 inmates to prison sentences. This gesture today signals a break from past grievances and a move towards a more inclusive and compassionate society where merciful second chances are granted to deserving offenders. All convicts who have received this gesture have shown remorse for their crimes. They have acquired skills. Some of them have even acquired certifications in prison, with several of them receiving university degrees from the National Open University of Nigeria. They have also demonstrated verified good conduct during their imprisonment. Once again, I would like to thank the head of service and commend all those, particularly the civil society organizations, who have contributed to the successful hosting of this event and all who have come to participate. Thank you very much for listening to me, and God bless you. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. We welcome the commemorative democracy day cake.
rulers please join His Excellency in cutting this Democracy Day cake. Thank you very much. While we prepare for this, please we would like Amir to please, Amir Abiola, who will move the vote of thanks on behalf of the Abiola family to please move closer here. Judge, please, Milord, President, Customary Court of Appeal, Chairman of Progressive Congress of the state, please, can we join their excellencies? Photographers, are we okay? Thank you. Amir Abiola in 1 minute so as not to keep their excellencies waiting. Members, House of Representatives, as well as distinguished senators that are here, please let's join them. Your Excellency, former Deputy Governor, please let's join them as well. Thank you very much. Our as-well speakers that are still around, please let's join them. Our former retired heads of service that are still around, please let's join them. Quickly please, thank you. And in 1 minute, Amir Abiola will move the vote of thanks so as not to keep their excellencies waiting for too long.
Hello everyone. Permit me to stand on the existing protocols. My name is Amir Abiola, speaking on behalf of the entire Abiola family. I want to sincerely appreciate His Excellency Prince Adelapo Abiodun for his exemplary leadership and his vision for the state. To my surprise today, on getting to the family house, we realized that our family house was renovated. Provision of water was also installed, and our house looked truly befitting. It gives me immense joy to be able to express this on behalf of the Abiola family. And we want to believe that through his exemplary leadership, by the grace of God, the Abiola family and our people of Ogun State will continue to enjoy more, because we believe so much in this government and the federal government. Thank you so much.
I will now move to cut this commemorative Democracy Day cake in Ogun State. We all say June 12. After June 12, then we will cut it. June 12. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you all. We remain standing where we are. Please face band. We remain standing where we are for the closing national anthem.
you very much. Until next year, 2025, we God share our lives to be together. Thank you very much, everybody.